and you can get information about all of this. But today is what we call an ancestral holy day. So we have 10 days in our week, which is called a decan. And in those decans, we have a holy day and a day which we call our ancestral holy day. So today is an ancestral holy day where we honor our ancestors. And there's a whole process that we do in doing that. So, yeah, we're honoring our ancestors. So we honor them every day. But there's one day where we take out and we do specific things to honor them. So that's today. So we're in the 5th month of Penit. But also that tomorrow will be a day called the Charm of Aishat. And so we are I'm just checking the live broadcasting. The live stream, yeah, we're just making sure that it's live stream because we're getting a message that it's not live streaming, so we're just making sure that it is. Okay. So we are live streaming for those who have been asking. Yeah, we are. So tomorrow is what we call the Charm of Aisha. So Jody is going to just give you some information and some brief information on what that is. So we are talking about this show is going to be on divine feminine and the role of the woman, and she's going to read a piece now on the charm of Aisha. But just to say, you know, Aisha is that one in terms of, there are many female deities, but Aisha is the one, and we will speak about her a bit more, who, we look to as that model, and everyone needs a model or something to model from. So tomorrow is the Charm of Aisha. So Jody is going to read that for us.
Yeah. So the 6th month of Fofega, or Penit, as Hatani said, is the day of Charm of Aisha, and it's dedicated to the expression of the magic power of the goddess Aisha, or Isis. The goddess Aisha is one of the rare deities, past and present, that transcends geography, time, and cultural barriers to affect the course of the world. She is worshipped by all people under diverse names. Her original name is Asata and can be found under the names Asetu, Aisha, Setu, Isia, and more. The Greeks adopted her under the name of Isis, Ishtar, Minerva, Europe, Danae, Alcmene, Leto, Semele, Coronis, Mary, etc. And Aisha is recognizable as the mother goddess, provider of love and protection. Every human being can be put in the position of the goddess son Haru as a result of the incomparable love between a dead god, Wusa, or Osiris as some people may know him as, and the powerful goddess, whose love is so strong that he could snatch her husband from the hands of death. Aisha has always been the benefactor goddess with extraordinary magic powers. If the god Wusa has won over death, it is because Aisha's love for him was so strong that she enabled him to overcome death. This is what the whole humanity celebrated on the 6th of the month of Fafega, or Penit. Traditionally, it is the date which every human with paranormal powers exposes their abilities to the public. This day is celebrated throughout the world under different traditions, and sometimes as carnivals that are directed to godmothers. In Africa, the celebrations of the Charm of Aisha is a period of joy and reconciliation between mankind, his ancestors, and gods. In initiation camps, this is the occasion for the neophyte to come closer to the sacred and also expose themselves to magic. Individually, one can celebrate the Charm of Aisha with sequences of prayers to the goddess, a meditative retreat, or a day of fasting. A spiritual fasting only happens from sunrise to sunset. One does not eat, drink, smoke, etc. And at sunset, one can organize a feast in the name of the goddess.
Okay, so that gives you an idea of who this deity is and how she's recognized. Now, it's interesting that one of the names that she's recognized as is Europe. because we know that this region of the world was named after deity, and it's called Europe. Europa was the deity. The deity Europa, as you've seen, comes from our ancestral mother. So Wusa is seen as our ancestral father, and Aishat is the ancestral mother. So this name has just been taken. So this whole region, this whole side of the world in which we live, actually is under the name of Aishat, Isis, or Europa. So this whole region is named from a feminine energy. And I think just to sit with that for a moment, that's huge. For you to call the whole Western world Europa, and that be a feminine energy, is something to observe or absorb. Yeah, so tomorrow, as you see, that's the day, because she's also the deity of magic, as was said, and she was able to, she's the one who brought the first ever virgin birth. So that concept that is used with the Mary and the Christ, that concept of this virgin birth is what Aisha brought forward. So this is a show where we're going to be looking at the role of the woman, and it's also the divine feminine,